in as much as I don't think Olive listens, I also don't think she deserves not winning this position. Yes, it's an election and someone needs to win and someone needs to lose, but Olive losing to this position was just so not expected. Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Movies. Today I'm talking about Best Friends in the World episode 4, senior year episode 4. This episode came with a lot of trouble to us because it was supposed to be released on Friday on the 15th of April, but then we waited and waited. 10 p.m. there was no release. 4 minutes more to time was pushed back to 10 hours later. We understand them, they are still in production and maybe network issues, whatever it is. At least I appreciate the fact that they come back to give us a response. They come back and then they keep us updated on the news. Now let's delve into today's episode. So in the previous episode, as usual, Olive discovered something that was written on the student's blog, that she stole some amount of money and accused Maria of it, and this really got her. Like, this is a natural thing, we cannot be perfect. And I've been saying that Olive is academically very good, but streetwise, she's the opposite. Like, she can't understand that people need to think this way, people need to think that way, or people think this way, and people think that way. And Esther, on the other hand, she is streetwise very, very smart. And Olive finds it difficult to listen. Like, her ability to always decide to think she's right is what is really affecting her in her growth right now, because she always thinks she's right, and you cannot live life like that. If you always think you're right, it means that you don't want to be corrected. It means that you're not standing for any correction. So yes, Olive got upset. She went to school. She went to approach Evelyn, and Evelyn, who is very shameless about it, brings it out. Isn't it a fact? Isn't it true? Did I say lies about it? And I think she didn't prepare before going to approach Evelyn, because from that article, Olive should have known that Evelyn is very shameless and there's no way she's going to go easy on her or anything. Like, she's really not going to spare her. But I think she got carried away after she approached Evelyn, and Evelyn said, isn't that a fact? Everything I wrote in that article was true, was entirely true. To raise this, first of all of us were expecting Olive to win, because I posted a poll on my channel, and then Olive had the highest votes. Then next was Adam. Adam's win was expected, but it wasn't as expected as Olive's win, because for Olive, myself, I was very positive that she was going to win, because I thought she was going to come out of this trauma of the setback that Evelyn brought her. Now Olive is distracted. Some of us, when we are focused on one thing, it distracts us. I'm included. When I want something and let's say the thing is approaching, I can't do anything. Like, I am so focused on that thing. I don't want to make any mistake. I want it to be successful. And sometimes this really takes the best part of us. And now Olive cannot even concentrate during tests, because everything that's going on is really affecting her mentally, to the extent that her brain cannot produce the answers that she has learned very well to produce. And her teacher, I like what her teacher was doing, advising her that, if this is the attitude you want to be head prefect with, then I don't think the head prefect, you are ready for this position yet. Because Olive is soft, and naturally we get touched, or we get things get to us. But Olive, on the other hand, I think the fact that one, things get to her, two, is that she always wants to win. She doesn't want to accept failure. Yes, and this is an opportunity for her to see life as it is. Maybe in previous times, in primary days, when Best Friends in the World started, she was always topping class until Maria came in, and then she decided to sabotage Maria's reputation or something. She doesn't want to accept defeat. So this is what has still followed her till now. One, she doesn't want to accept defeat, and two, she doesn't want to listen. Like, she finds it difficult to listen to her friends' advices and opinions, unless maybe a teacher is giving her that advice, and yes, she listens to it. But aside that, she doesn't listen. And I like Adam's approach. Adam is such a calm guy. I read a comment in it saying that Adam should cut his hair. It was so funny. That comment really cracked me up. Adam should cut his hair. And I was like, whoa, please. You don't need to attack Adams. The fact that Olive has lost doesn't mean you should attack Adams. So Adam's campaign manager went over the bar, but I think Adams is very matured in handling stress. Yes, he initially, when he fell in love, he could with Olive, and I think the love has reduced because Olive has expressed it to him that she's not really ready. I think Adams is very matured in handling stress. Yeah, she goes to school, she finds out that this is what his campaign manager has done. He didn't break out, he actually took the blame and apologized. And I think Adam is really deserving of this position. People really saw good talent in him. I think people didn't really vote for him only because of the publication that was done by Evelyn, also because they believe in him, because Adam standing for class prefect and controlling the class and all that, people really know his personality. So there was no need for Evelyn to demean the other candidates, because I think Adam would have won anyway, because people didn't vote for Adam because of what was written against the other candidates. And I need to commend Adams for what he did, apologizing and not. I think we all really need to learn something from Adam's behavior. He knows how to control himself. He knows how to handle stress, because this election he was all calm. I remember the day that they were going to declare their position, Olive was very excited. She was too confident. Yes, that is her, because this is life. You cannot always get what you want, and I'm happy that, even though I don't like the fact that I'm not happy that Olive didn't win, looking on the other side, I think I'm happy that she is going to learn a lot of lesson from this, that this life, you don't even get everything you want. Even when you deserve it, you wouldn't get it. And this is a typical example to Olive, so that she gets a better understanding that this life is not always what you wish for. Now, on the other hand, Iris has met, they said birds of a feather flock together. Iris has met, her old-time friends, and they are vibing and all. Iris is just a crazy girl, so I was even expecting her to do crazy things to Adams when she discovered that Evelyn has written nasty things about her. But she did that confrontation, but I knew that I wouldn't really go any further, because what at all what can she do to Adam? There's nothing. It was just an empty threat, and I don't really know if Iris manipulated the election, not like going to count or those things. I think she manipulated the voters, because she herself, she was surprised that she didn't get the first position. Because if you influence people so much, you should be very confident that you are going to win. When they mentioned that Adams was the head prefect, she seemed a bit disappointed, because I'm like, Iris, what impacts do you have in the school? Because you're always a bully, you're always trying to boss people around and all that. So why would you expect to win? Unless she didn't try to sabotage people's minds, like influence people's decisions in the election, that you need to vote for me, if you vote for me, this and that. And that is what Olive didn't understand, that this is politics. You need to give people what they want to hear. When you get into that position and then you disappoint them, it's part of the business, like it's part of politics. Oh goodness, I really felt sad in this episode, and I think this is an opportunity for Olive to know that life is not always what you wish for. Life is full of surprises. Life is really, really full of surprises. I don't know how this thing is going to be right now that Olive is completely out of the picture. She's going to heal through it. I'm happy that she encourages herself, she motivates herself, she tells herself that you can do better, you can do it. So she's going to heal through it. But eventually she would have to tell her mom about it, because your mom is your mom. No matter how you decide to hide things from her because you've grown, she's the only one you run to. Because when she felt so down, when Esther was also supporting Archie, she was also doing her own things, Olive really felt very lonely. And I think if her mom was around, or if she had confided in her mom, she would have felt more confident and even not bothered about losing the election. This is a big blow for Olive, and I'm hoping that she's going to heal through it. Now let's see how this is going to work. Adams and Iris, like two opposite human beings. Adams is the calm type and Iris is the the noisy one. And let's see how it's going to go. I think Iris is really going to control Adams, because Adams is just the quiet type. I don't know how I should even put it. Like he's very, very quiet. He's just calm. He doesn't really have this way of manipulating women or being bossy around women. Now let's talk about Olive's mother. I think she is falling in love after she became a single mother. She lost her husband. I think that this is the time for her to say that, okay, I think I'm falling in love. Your child is young, and there are boundless opportunities for you to find new people, meet new people, and then create new memories. So I hope that this bank manager will be a good sign that Ola's mom need to find someone in life. Yeah. Now let me talk about some expectations. This now what we've been waiting for about who wins the election, who wins, has come to an end. Adam and Iris, how are they going to run the school? How are they going to run this school? So this is what I think. Do you see how Evelyn was able to control Adams in a way, like being a campaign manager? And yes, Adams has won. I don't think Adams won because of what Evelyn did, but Evelyn is going to have this perception that it was her influence that made Adams win, and Adams will forever feel indebted, even if he knows clearly that it wasn't because of Evelyn that's why he won. He is going to feel indebted to Evelyn, and that is what Evelyn is going to do. Evelyn is going to control Adams. That is what I really believe, because she's already controlling. She likes you to be follow her orders, respect her, obey her, and all that. And Adams is a soft type, and if Adams is a soft type and she has been an influence in you winning your election, then what else do you expect? There should be a payback. So I think from now there will be different rules in the school, and most of the ideas will be coming from Evelyn. And I think later on, Olive will find out that not winning the head prefect was the best thing that happened to her. Yes, because later when you lose something, you see why you lost it. Yes, no, it's natural to cry about it. It's natural to feel sad. It's natural to feel disappointed in yourself. But I think later when you sit down and analyze everything, you understand that no, I think I needed to do more. I think that there's more to be done. I think there's more for me, because Olive is someone who needs to focus on something when she wants it. Because if she wants to go to Brown University, head prefect is going to be a distraction. That's my point of view. Now, on the other hand, Iris, it's like both head prefects have bad influences. Iris' friend, bad influencer. Adam's friend, bad influencer. So I don't know how they are going to run the school, but I hope that everything is going to work out fine. In the next episode 5, I'm expecting that Olive is going to come out. She's going to confess, tell her mom everything that happened, and she's going to go through a psychological breakdown. But it's part of life. It's part of living. Like, you guys, did you see how Olive? I don't know. I just like the way she speaks. She speaks so well. Her speech is audible. She's not slurring. She's not speaking so quiet. She's not speaking so slow. Like, I really, really like the way Olive speaks, and I think I should learn how she speaks too. Yeah. So I'll be ending here for today. Let me know your expectations for the next episode, which is coming next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks is very long, but if you can wait for 13 days, then you can wait for one more day for the episode to be uploaded. But we are hoping that there's not going to be any challenge like what happened this time around. Let me know what you think about this review, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Until next time, bye.